Howdy y'all, this is your boy Beastamon. Um, the next thing we're gonna do is play as Arnold in exhibition mode. And I already talked about like how Arnold's stats are. He doesn't run very fast, but he has great stamina and power. And his psychic gloves is so. It's somewhat good, somewhat bad. Anyway, he has Hurricane, and we are going to the desert. So I actually like the desert stage. One thing I will say though, it is very windy in the desert. So your gloves may not work if it depends on, like, if your glove is dependent on distance, like Arnold's is, it may or may not work. Whereas something like, oh yeah, and Bubba's will be hindered greatly because, you know, if it's blowing while you throw something up, it may not land in the same direction. But there are other gloves that might not be affected. I'm trying to think of one right now, like Mia's. Mia's won't really be affected that much because it flies around anyways. And it knows where it's going. And Cindy's won't be affected that much either. So yeah, once about 45 seconds have passed, a huge tornado will show up. And it will try to suck the characters up. And it's semi-smart. It won't go after them unless you're right near it. If you're right near the tornado, it will capture you, and Joey got very lucky because usually that does not happen. Another thing about Arnold which is unfortunate is the fact that he can get hit by smaller characters like Joey very easily if you try to pick him up and he's carrying a big rock, you will get hit. Because of Arnold's height is very, like, he's very tall. And there's also another character I haven't unlocked yet which is equally tall as Arnold. Actually there's quite a few people, including Kool, that are equally as tall as Arnold. If they try picking up Joey and he's carrying a rock, they will get hit. I guess because the rock falls on them at the same time, which is unfortunate. But Arnold's kind of built like a tank. So he could take, like, honestly, he could take like about anywhere from like 10 to 15 hits from a small rock before he, you know, ends up kicking the bucket. So yeah, Arnold's psychic glove is very interesting. Pretty much, once you throw it up in the air, it whirls around, hoping to find a target to hit. And then that's it. Once it hits a target, it's pretty much done. Its whole basis as a hurricane is to seek a target and hopefully get hit. But the wind does hinder it. Sure, it still hits its targets, but when the wind starts up, if you've already started the hurricane, it may end up going more downward than it's supposed to. So yeah, the only thing to watch out for in the desert is obviously the that tornado, and you also want to look out for obviously the wind, though the wind won't hurt you. And I think this is sort of more of an Easter egg. Oh, you got lucky, Joey. So yeah, that hurricane is semi-smart. It will try to suck you up if you're near it, but if you're not near it, it won't try to follow you. This is somewhat of an Easter egg, I guess, or something that to be noticed. But yeah, you see that huge skeleton? I imagine that's the dinosaur from the park stage. I don't know why I think that, but like when I was a kid, I didn't notice that much. But like in my early teens, I'm like, wait a second. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. When you think about how big that dinosaur was in the park stage, and then you think about the desert, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, and actually I think Kool is another one of those pieces. They're another one of those computer like they're another one of those computer characters that like to go after hearts. The thing about Crush is you actually, I'm going to talk about that when I play as Kool, but you actually can avoid Crush, but it's somewhat hard. It's all about positioning. Yeah, so Joey definitely has an advantage over Arnold. It may not seem like it right there, because I got ready to do a suplex as soon as he ran over, but yeah. Okay. And last up is, oh my god, they had to repeat the character. That's okay. Um, last up is Kool, and he uses Crush. So before I go into that, notice there are other gloves here like Bomb, Knife, Seeker, let's see, Hail, Star, Poison. So yeah, that's hinting at something, and I may have said too much, but I'll explain why nobody has those special gloves in a minute. But yeah, so last up is the iceberg stage, so yeah. Now I have a pet peeve with the iceberg stage, and it's pretty obvious. The penguins. There's a penguin. You can't do anything to that penguin in this game. You cannot do anything. Notice how I said this game, but you can't do anything. The penguins, like, they don't get hurt. They peck at you. They'll peck at anything that's in their way. The other thing is traction. You will have a very hard time walking in the iceberg stage. It's the truth. So yeah, and also those penguins can peck at. They can peck at rocks like they just did right there. They will peck at missiles if they're close to them, and they will peck you. So if you get trapped, that's pretty much it. There's so many scenarios in Poy Poy where you could get trapped between a rock and a penguin, and they will keep pecking at you until like they have somewhere else to move. Also, this is a prime location for certain gloves like Mia's Shout and Cindy's Hunter, because they can hit multiple times because of the traction. Well, it's more like anti-traction when you think about it, but yeah. So everything's all slippery here. Everything's slippery here. So yeah, gloves that do certain things, like they have items hit you, like those two gloves I just mentioned. They can do extra damage, and actually Joey's glove could do extra damage too, as well as Arnold's Hurricane. See how her glove hit twice right there? Normally it would just hit once, but because how slippery it is, rocks can go, an extra distance. So yeah, pretty much that's what you have to worry about. So yeah, Crush shoots up in the air, and there's like a big ring of, I guess you want to say a big ring of acid fire. It's kind of weird to explain. It's not exactly fire, but it's kind of like fire. I guess it's acid or something. I don't know. So yeah, Kool's pretty much, he's interesting. He's like Harry with a little twist to it. And I forget what stat of his is a twist, but it's a little bit better than I think Kool's a little bit better than Harry, but not much better. But he makes up with his glove. Like his psychic glove is great compared to Harry's. See what I mean? That penguin just pecked Cindy, so those penguins are a nuisance. And you will catch yourself cussing out the game because of that. I think it's funny that all Kool does when he wins is clap. Like, good competition, but I won. I think it's even funnier, he spells his name with a K, like the cigarette. If you live in the States, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. And then he wears those glasses with the whitish gray hair. That's hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna rather than do it later, I'm gonna show you the options now. There's no point in showing you later, honestly. So yeah, here in the options, you may change the rounds. You can change it to 1 round if you want to, anywhere from 1 to 5. I prefer 3. You can change it to monorail to add a little oomph to the game. Actually, I think I'll leave it on monorail. You can change the camera angle. You can also do that with the select button. I'll show you what that does in a second. I'll go back just for a quick second to show you. There's also the comm level. Pretty much that's how smart the computer is at doing certain things. I think 2 is enough, but 3. 3 is definitely good too. I've done 3 plenty of times. I've also done 1 plenty of times. And also you can change the strength of your character. I forget how you change the strength of the other characters. I'm not sure if they have to be I'm not sure if, like, the controllers for those characters have to be plugged in. They might not. I forget how you do it. So yeah, I'll just show you. But yeah, the strength makes it so like your character could take more or less hits. Less hits if you put it on 1, more hits if you put it on 3. So yeah. Wait, did I? Okay, everything's back to normal. Okay, so I'm gonna go to exhibition match. I don't know, I'll just use mic. And I'm just gonna show you for a quick second what the camera angle does. Cause I won't be changing it. So I might as well show you now. Just like with the options, I'm not gonna be changing it, so yeah, this is the regular camera angle. This is camera angle B. And this is camera angle C, so yeah. Yeah, so you have a view where it looks down at the arena, and you have one where it shows the outer, you know, it shows light, you know, from far away. And sometimes that actually does help too. So yeah, about some of these characters, I'd say Mike and Joey are the weakest characters so far. Whereas me and Arnold are the strongest, and all the other characters are somewhere in between as far as stamina. So yeah, you could plan, if you could get enough, you could plan accordingly how you want to deal with people. It's not always a good idea to take Arnold first, because as you will see in Poy Poy Cup, he's not, just because he's like, it takes a long time to take him down. He's not the overall best character in my opinion. So yeah, you want to plan accordingly. There is a strategy behind it, but not much strategy. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you this one round, and then after the point values, I'll, you know. Okay, so now I'm back at the title screen. I'm actually gonna end this video after doing some more thinking, because I want to start off fresh with Poy Poy Cup. So I'm actually gonna end the video here. Sorry about the confusion, you guys. This is your boy Beastamon. Later.